25. Supilinn. If you're a fan of simplicity, solitude, and vegetables, then this beautifully weird small town in Estonia is the right place for you. All the houses in this town lack advanced construction and supplies, while most of the streets in the town are named after various vegetables, which is the main reason the small town has the nickname Soup Town. 24. Nameless. This strangely named place is an unincorporated community in Jackson County, Tennessee. Due to its really unusual name, Nameless is mentioned by the Elvis Costello song My Dark Life, along with two other places with strange names, Ugly in Texas and Peculiar in Missouri. 23. Missoula. They call it America's rape capital, but in reality the nickname is completely misleading. Missoula has had about 80 reported rape cases over the past 3 years, which is about average compared to the number of rapes in major cities across the United States. 22. Longyearbyen. There's nothing wrong with this cold but beautiful city in Norway other than the fact that you can't die here. Well, technically you can, but you won't be buried here. Why? Following the influenza epidemic of 1918, Longyearbyen banned burials in the town's graveyard because the perpetually frigid temperatures prohibited corpses from properly decomposing. 21. Hell. Hell is a small town in Michigan, and no, don't worry, the devil doesn't live there. Just a few ordinary people. Hell was featured on the Travel Channel's Extreme Towns, while in 2008, KFC had the smart promotional sweepstakes Hotter Than Hell, which gave away 500 coupons every day for free hot wings to entrants whose hometown's temperatures was higher than the temperature in hell. 20. Rennes-le-Château. This small, beautiful French hilltop village is known as the keeper of many mysteries, such as hidden treasures of mythical value, unsolved murders, and the rituals and secrets hidden deep in the roots of Christianity. Dan Brown fans probably already know that this was one of his main sources and inspirations for his controversial and super successful Da Vinci Code. 19. Accident. Accident is a small town in Garrett County, Maryland, with a total population of about 325 people according to the 2010 census. As for the town's residents, according to the book Labels of Local by Paul Dixon, a person from accident is called an accidental. Just brilliant, right? 18. Gibsonton. Let's say that Florida is home to one of the most fun towns, and this is because Gibsonton is a retirement spot and official home of people who have worked, or still do, in the circus industry. The town is also famous for its many exceptional museums on the carnival and circus lifestyle. 17. Elista. This Russian city is widely known as the Chess City. Apparently, the architect and designers of this city were so obsessed with the game that they made it a theme throughout the whole entire town. 16. Thames Town. Even though this little town is placed in the heart of China, it is a pure imitation of a classic British city. The aptly named town has traditional English architecture, cuisine, and even those classic red phone booths we all identify with London. 15. A city in Bangkok that nobody can say properly. Krumthep Mahanakon Amoratana Koksi Mahina Tharayuta Mahadilokop Moptap and so on, translates as City of Angels, Great City of Immortals, Magnificent City of Nine Gems, Seat of the King, City of Royal Palaces, Home of the God Incarnate, erected by Visvakarman at Indra's behest. It's no wonder this city is included in the Guinness Book of World Record as the world's longest place name. 14. The Dwarf Village. The name of this small village in China is pretty much self-explanatory. This is a cute little place where all the nice little people can feel equal and comfortable without getting lingering second looks. Sadly, however, it seems like the bigger folks have added their own touch lately, making it more like a tourist spot. 13. Swastika. You're probably thinking that this city is brimming with every neo-Nazi, fascist, and racist out there. Surprisingly, it's not. Swastika is a small, peaceful community founded in 1908 around a mining site in northern Ontario, Canada, before Hitler and his horde of men emerged. No Nazis live there, so you can visit it without second thoughts or worries of any kind. 12. The Villages. This small community in Florida is technically not a real town, but its rules and regulations are so weird that we couldn't just ignore it. See, if you're under the age of 19, you cannot live here, and even if you are over the age of 19, you need to have a person who's older than 55 living with you, otherwise you have to move out. 11. Roswell. After the famous Roswell UFO incident in New Mexico back in the 40s, the place became famous as the UFO town. Residents have been claiming for years that they have seen strange flying objects in the sky, but at this point we don't know if they're being totally honest or if they're just adding more fuel to the myth. 10. Hashima Island. Hashima, aka Battleship Island, is a part of Japan which went from a thriving community to a ghost island overnight. Nowadays, the spectral island is dilapidated from years of disuse, but open to tourists who are after a super creepy experience. 9. Fucking. Even though this Austrian town has had this name for centuries, it started gaining global fame when British and American soldiers discovered the place during World War II. At some point, the residents of the town tried to change their name, but they regretted it for obvious financial and tourist purposes, since its unusual name has made it quite a hot destination, especially for the English-speaking tourists. 8. Manshiyat Naser. This town looks like a horrific, dirty place from a nightmarish sci-fi comic. It is mostly famous for its garbage city quarter, which is a slum settlement at the base of Mokattam Hill on the outskirts of Cairo, Egypt. Its economy revolves around the collection and recycling of the city's garbage, and it lacks infrastructure such as running water, sewers, and electricity. 7. Lilydale. There's a place for people who have felt at some point during their life that they have had some kind of connection with supernatural spirits, and that place is Lilydale, New York. Some of the residents in this spooky community even hold supernatural services for visitors. 6. Manali. This really small town in Nebraska is probably the only town in the world with a total population of just one person. The only resident of the town, an old lady, owns a bar and a public library for visitors, and as you have probably guessed, operates them all on her own. 5. Centralia. This Pennsylvanian town is not just weird, but extremely dangerous. There is an underground mining fire that has been burning for decades and has even caused some major sinkholes, forcing most townspeople to relocate to nearby towns. Nevertheless, about 10 brave people still live there. 4. Kowloon Walled City. Before it was demolished almost 20 years ago, Kowloon Walled City, which was located in Hong Kong, was famous for being the densest place on Earth. Just imagine a colossal empire of very little houses stacked on top of each other. No matter how bizarre and crazy it might sound to you, the fact is that within a single city block, there were about 33,000 people living on it. 3. Coober Pedy. Like something straight out of a sci-fi film, in Australia, there's a town that lives underground. Made from old abandoned mines, it's actually known as a very enjoyable and cool place to be, especially during the extremely hot sunny days of the Australian summer. 2. Colma. Colma is often called the City of the Silent because it has so many cemeteries, including a Jewish, Chinese, and pet cemetery. The city was founded as a necropolis in 1924, and with an estimated population of 2 million dead, the city has way more dead people than living residents, who total no more than 1,200 people. And 1. Miyakijima. Those who live in Miyakijima have been paid by the Japanese government to do so, for whatever reason. The town is located at the base of an active volcano, and the inhabitants are exposed to unnaturally high levels of sulfur 24/7. For this reason, many residents have to wear gas masks all the time. Liking our lists? Be sure to subscribe by pressing the button at the top corner of your screen. And if you're still itching for more awesome lists, click on these nifty thumbnails created by yours truly, and be sure to show us some love by liking, sharing, and commenting.